The movement was begun by a scientist who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered.
They want their weapon.
Look out for Charlie.
I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead.
So I put up a video a few hours ago, and right away, they blocked comments on it. And I was like, what's going on with that? So I re-uploaded the video with a different title, and then I went to copy, paste, and pin the description into the comments, and while I was doing that, the comment wouldn't paste, so I reloaded the video, and once again the comments were blocked. Then about an hour or two later, the video was gone. So whatever's up with that, I decided to just make a new video. And this has nothing to do with the last video at all. This was just something that I wanted to show people that I actually showed a few videos ago, but probably 10 or 12 videos ago. But this is about sine wave speech. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because so many people come to this channel and go, well, that doesn't sound like anything to me. It just doesn't sound like anything. It sounds like garbled speech. Well, it's speech, dude. You know, I'm trying to get you to understand something. If somebody is pounded with this audio day and night, it will start to resemble something else completely. And I dare you, for an experiment, for any non-believer out there, to do nothing but listen to sine wave speech, which exists in science, sine wave speech. Listen to it for 24 hours straight on headphones, just for an experiment. Be proactive. Do something cool. Listen to it for 24 hours straight, and I guarantee you that it begins to morph and change in your ears and do different things. But check this out. This is a demonstration of sine wave speech from a long time ago.
Is a psychoacoustic demonstration and analysis technique that was developed in the early 1970s, then further explored. The technique involves synthesizing artificial, computer-generated replicas of human speech by analyzing the audio spectrum and tracking the major energy bands inside real speech recordings, then creating usually 2 or 3 pure sine wave signals that follow the rhythmic contours of those original energy bands. In practice, sine wave speech recordings sound not unlike the sound effects used in the UK children's TV show, The Clangers. Listen to the following sine wave speech sequence, then decide what meaning, if any, you think you can discern.
In psychic research, the emotional distance between the researcher and his subject is inevitably diminished until it is no more than the distance between any two persons. The acquiescence of the subject to the demands of the researcher shows nothing more nor less than an individual act of faith, of love. If there can be no love between researcher and subject, there can be no experimentation.
You probably didn't understand what that said. Many people don't. A couple of you may. I can understand that right away. I could understand every single word of it right away the very first time I heard it, just like anybody else was talking. And that comes from listening to a lot of different frequencies and listening to frequencies, really listening to them. So that's talking. That is scientific talking with sine waves. I knew what they were doing right away, and I wanted to recreate something that was very similar to sine wave speech. That was just 2 voice frequencies that had been adjusted. And I'm going to show it to you, and I want to see if you can discern what it says. And be honest. Be really honest in the comments what you thought, because it can prove a lot. This is about science, not about ego. So here is a very human version of sine wave speech that I created that I want you to try to decipher. Here we go. I'm going to start from the very beginning. Now ponder that. In fact, I will play it one more time for you. Think about it. I'm going to give you the tick-tock. So here is the original file. Before I altered it or did anything, this is the original file.
This is whispering, and when most people do this, they're trying to keep someone or someones in their vicinity from hearing what they are telling somebody else. It is used to keep communications secret.
So that's what it says. So when I play these audio samples to people, the only difference is there are either frequencies missing or the voice is pitched in a way that the average person cannot understand what is being said. It's a raw signal. So if I play these all together and then just bring the original down, it's much easier to understand.
This is whispering, and when most people do this, they're trying to keep someone or someone's in their vicinity from hearing what they are telling somebody else. It is used to keep communications secret.
There are people that get tinnitus and it never turns into this, ever. It just remains a tinnitus. There are people who have tinnitus and have this. There are people who have the tinnitus go away and it turns into this V2K signal. There are people that have the right anatomy or right attributes to where the voices are instantaneous with them, but that is very, very rare. I've only heard of a few cases like that. But there's also, you have to also understand that tinnitus can be a humming, a buzzing, a thump, a rumble, music, all these different things. So even the people out there that claim that they don't hear anything, there's not a tinnitus that accompanies noises around them, I would like to have a sample of a microphone literally in their ears. Take a set of earbuds and actually use it as a microphone and record your ears for about half an hour. There's probably a signal in there that's out of your hearing range and you're just not hearing it. V2K itself could be tinnitus, a form of tinnitus. And let's be very, very, very careful with that, an artificial form of tinnitus. Because I haven't seen one case of tinnitus yet that someone could actually prove the scientific theory around tinnitus. Not one. But it has been proven that it can be created artificially with both high frequency and with ELF frequency and with frequencies in the electromagnetic spectrum. Because I've taken many samples of this signal, this tinnitus style frequency that's between, 7,000 and 14,000 hertz, and brought it down to human speech level, under 1,000 hertz or 1 kilohertz, and it is voices, and that's why it has that jingle belly, those pauses and pulses, and the broken fax machine sound to it. Those very short stops and pauses are the pauses in between the constant rambling of this chatterbot. So this is pretty crazy stuff. This is just one science part of it that I wanted to show you, and I figured I'd do it since my video got zapped. Just because you don't understand something and it doesn't sound like a voice to you does not mean that if you didn't listen to it for 24 hours a day, it wouldn't begin to sound like a voice. Or wouldn't sound like a voice if it were rumbled basically right into your sinus cavity. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's pretty crazy when you get into the actual science and the nuts and bolts of it and start to really understand it. That's just one little thing I wanted to show you. That's it for now. Look out for Charlie. That's it for now. Look out for Charlie.
Oh, man. I like this kid. This fucking guy's crazy.
Look out for Charlie.
I want that son of a bitch dead. I want him dead.